ESPN Nation is presented by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. Good morning, Key. Good morning, Jay.
Hey, how you doing there?
What's up, y'all? How you doing there, Key?
I am doing pretty good. After watching that game last night, I feel even better.
Yeah,
Feel even better. Got a chance to watch a little bit of football, Didn't have to sit up and think about baseball much. And,
right.
Lakers were off. Didn't have to worry about that.
You stopped thinking about baseball once your Dodgers were out.
Well, that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was supporting Max to the end.
I appreciate that.
I knew eventually it was going to end in a way that he didn't want it to. So I had to be there to support him.
That was a fake support. You wanted to see him in pain, just like
a lot of things that I do are fake.
Yep. Well, at least you're honest about it.
Well, you know what wasn't fake.
Look, Jay. See?
You know what wasn't fake.
Hey, Max, how you doing?
Yeah,
you ready to go?
Let's
go.
You?
We got to get going.
So, what have we been saying now for a minute? Not only do Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi I could not. If someone showed me a picture of Bailey Zappi, of his face, and just told me it was Mac Jones, I'd be like, yeah, that's Mac Jones.
So in other words,
look just alike.
So in other words, Max, if you put him in a lineup,
if you put him in a
lineup,
come on, man.
So you're saying Bailey Zappi was out there starting the game with Mac Jones' uniform on? That's
if I'm Mac Jones and I commit a crime, I'm just trying to get Bailey Zappi in the lineup.
He did it.
Because I just said a lineup. I didn't say a crime.
Look at these two dudes.
They really look the same. No, that's the same dude.
I'm telling you, it's not. It's the same. The only difference between them is that Mac Jones is taller and that Bailey Zappi's the better quarterback. That's the only difference. The two differences.
It's problematic.
They kind of do favor. I'm looking at Mac Jones's on the left because of the hair. See, the hair slants down kind of like a Max Kellerman look a little bit.
This is the first time I'm hearing the reverse move on this one. Typically, we all get called like you guys look the same, but they look the same.
Yeah, they look just alike. See, they're white dudes. You could say they look the same, and no problem. Two black dudes look the same. You're like, I don't want to say it. But two white dudes, you say it.
You can say it. Yeah,
they look exactly
no problem at all.
They're twins.
Look at that.
It's too early in the morning for all that.
Did you say twinsies?
They look like twins.
Yeah, don't say twinsies.
I
thought you said twinsies.
So last night,
these two.
So
last night, trying to transition to football.
Okay.
So last night, the Bears beat the Patriots 33-14 on Monday Night Football. Justin Fields certainly went in there and unleashed it on them. Max, go ahead.
This guy.
I had to figure out how to get
the thing about Justin Fields is, from the beginning, he seems to figure out ways to get them in positions to win or almost win without having big numbers through the air, without having much on the team, a lot of times without looking that good. But somehow his presence at quarterback is leading to more success to me than it ought to so far.
Well, I will say this before we move on to the quarterback carousel up in New England. There's the recipe: 13-21, $179, a touchdown. I'd like to erase the interception, but a rushing touchdown.
Right.
Okay, so there's the plunge on the touchdown side. And look at his statistics. His statistics is exactly what I need. I need 13-21.
Not exactly.
Well, I mean, it's for the most part.
Because of one thing, Key.
What's that?
INT.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we won the game, and all the positive statistics outweigh that one negative.
Right.
That's why it's okay. The defense did their job. They ran the ball extremely well. I think they rushed for like 250 yards. I mean, like it's amazing to just see when you play a certain way, you can win football games.
Meantime, you guys.
Well, let's talk about how they did that real quick, though, Max, because you talk about the quarterback getting a lot of credit, right, in Justin Fields, and I'm sitting there saying, all right, well, Luke Getsy.
A pick. Bailey Zappi was 14 of 22 for 185 yards, which would be the Keyshawn Johnson formula, and a touchdown. And he did throw 2 interceptions and lost a fumble, though. But Key, we've been saying it for weeks now. What's the difference, really, other than Bailey Zappi looks a little better than Mac Jones?
Yeah, I think for me and my money, and I talk about this with all quarterbacks. I talk about it with Jalen Hurts and Tua and other guys. It's all about where you drafted, right? And the fact that Zappe was taken where he was taken and Mac Jones was taken where he was taken, many people feel like Mac Jones is the better quarterback. Now, what I would say is Coach Belichick made a decision to start Mac Jones, but he also made a decision to remove Mac Jones' ass immediately. And he could say all he wants is that they were both going to play, which I strongly believe he is telling the truth. They both were going to play. And that doesn't mean that Mac Jones was going to play the entire game. That doesn't mean Zappe was going to play the entire game. It just means that they both were going to play at some point in time throughout the game. He could do it a lot of different ways. He could do one series, which means, hey, they both played. Or he could do it at the end of the game. If Mac Jones was in a blowout and he was at the end of the game, he could play Zappe at that point in time. He gets clearance because they both did play. And he told them both, you will play. Whatever, whenever, he didn't tell them when. He just said, you'll both play, and they both played. I think the mistake, in my opinion, that the New England Patriots and Coach Belichick made was not starting Zappe, having him come in and try and engineer drives, which he did, and put up 14 quick points, but he couldn't sustain that into the second half. And I think that, to me, just if you'd have started him and let him just play, I don't think you would have had some of the issues that you had. I just don't, because what you did is you gave the Bears life and momentum messing around with Mac Damn Jones.
So, Key, we'll get into, how the game panned out for the Pats. But, this last night watching the game, I'm like, DJ Khaled, his voice kept ringing in my head. Like, yesterday's price is not today's price. So, Mac Jones, what you did last year, you got your team to the playoffs, you got to your Pro Bowl, that doesn't matter. You get into a Pro Bowl, doesn't matter. What have you done for me lately? And ever since I came on this show 2 years ago, Key, you've always talked about how sensitive the quarterbacks are. Well, this is for me basketball here. I love when I see competition. I love when I see, ain't nothing expected, nothing's given to you. So, yeah, your leash was short last night, Mac Jones. You got yanked after throwing the ball 6 times and having an INT. Get in there, Billy Zappe. Now, my question, Mac Jones, how do you respond? Because if I'm Bill Belichick, I want to see how you respond going into this week of practice. Do you elevate your level of play, or do you become demure in your demeanor?
There's a lot of...
It just didn't even look right, though.
Yeah.
He didn't look... It just... Not the injury, him. I don't like the way he looks when he drops back in the pocket. It looks rough. It doesn't look smooth to me. When he's trying... It's almost like... I don't want to say he's scared, but he's unsure. So when he's dropping back, it's not 1, 2, 3, bam, let it go. It's always like, oh, my God, they're coming to get me. I got to get out of here. Instead of just being calm, he doesn't give me a sense of calm. Now, Coach Belichick and Matt Patricia and Joe Judge and company, who's over there running the offense, they probably see it differently. I don't see it that way. I look at it and I'm like, he just doesn't make me feel comfortable in the pocket. Everything looks hard when it should be much easier.
Yeah, there are a couple things to a sophomore slump, if that's what it is, right? And sometimes you never recover from it. One is league makes adjustments. What do you do? The second is you have some success in your first go-around. Do you get complacent, even if you don't realize it? Or are you doing all the things that gave you success the first time, or are you starting to take things for granted? Whatever it is, Mac Jones looked promising his rookie year, and he has not gone forward. He has gone